Welcome back to the Thriveology Show. I'm Lydia Atlas, and this is episode 2. And today we're uncovering the secret reason you're still tired after resting. Now, if you caught episode 1, we explored how stress and tension silently build in our bodies and block our energy and our ability to feel good. So today we're going to go a little bit deeper, and we're looking at why even naps, downtime, going on a quick getaway, or even for some of us, vacation, doesn't always restore us, does not restore our vitality, our energy. And why is our body not recovering? Why are we not feeling rested? So here's the truth. The body cannot fully recharge unless your nervous system feels safe. Now, stick with me, because by the end of this episode, you will have a clear understanding and a simple practice to start feeling restored and energized again. So most of us are taught to believe that all we need to do in order to recover or to get some energy is to rest, take a nap, have some me time, alone time. But that's a myth, because the truth is your body and your nervous system are deeply connected. Even if your brain is calm, your body can remain in a fight or flight mode. And this keeps your muscles tense, your heart rate is elevated, and your stress hormones, like cortisol, are high. That's why resting alone does not make you feel restored, because the underlying tension has not been released. So there's a little known fact. Chronic stress can actually cause your adrenal glands to stay in overdrive. And even when you're off work, or you're lying in bed, or you're resting, or you're napping, or you're on vacation, this overdrive of the adrenal glands will keep you in a state of exhaustion instead of repair, instead of decompression, instead of rest and relaxation. So let's break this down on a biological level. Your system has two main branches. So we have the sympathetic nervous system, which is our fight or flight response, and our parasympathetic nervous system, which is our rest and digest mode. And true restoration can only happen when we are in rest and digest. When rest and digest, our parasympathetic nervous system is dominant, that is when we start to self-heal. But if our body perceives danger, even subconsciously, your fight or flight system will stay active. So what does this look like? This looks like shallow breathing, rapid breathing, tight shoulders, jaw, neck tension, headaches, digestive slowdown, mental fog, just that overall feeling of blah, that overall feeling of malaise, of not feeling well. feeling like you are continuously up against something, right? So even lying on the couch, your body still thinks it needs to be alert, even if you're in the bathtub, having a relaxing bath, some quiet music. Your body is still feeling on guard. That's why when you even wake up from a nap or a long night's sleep, you're still feeling tired, exhausted, drained. Now, our bodies literally store stress and trauma, cellular memory in our muscles, our fascia, and our connective tissue. And most of us will experience this in our necks, shoulders, jaw, lower back, chest and stomach, and head, especially with those of us who are more prone to head issues, such as headaches, tension headaches, stress, migraines. And when these areas remain tight and constricted, right, they continuously send stress signals to the brain, which is keeping the cortisol high and preventing full restoration. So this tension impacts our hormonal balance, making fatigue, mood swings, anything, even our appetites, our energy, our clarity, our motivation disrupted. It disrupts that ease, the balance, the optimization. So I want us to do a quick somatic exercise here where we are going to send a safety signal to your nervous system. So let's begin. Let's sit with your feet flat on the floor. And I want you to place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And I want us to take a slow inhalation through the nose and exhale through our mouths, imagining tension, tightness, constriction, just releasing. Now, if this is difficult for you, the more you do this, the easier it will become. So take a deep breath in through the nose again. And imagine any area in your body, or actually even scan any area of your body, you're feeling tension, tightness, constriction right now. And imagine that area just releasing that tightness, that rubber band becoming flexible. Now, this simple exercise, as simple as it is, even a couple of minutes of just doing this somatic release will help your nervous system feel safe enough to go out of flight and fight mode into rest and digest, recover, and restore mode. And this is exactly where we want to be. We want to be able to revisit these moments throughout the day when we feel so high strung. We've had that conversation with somebody that left us drained, exhausted, depleted. We've had a work situation where we had to deliver something and our stomach was in knots. We've had a issue with maybe an emergency issue with a family member or a coworker or a parent, a child, a friend, and we feel that adrenaline coursing through our bodies. We've received a piece of mail that upon opening it up, it just makes our stomachs sink, either because of debt, some news we were not looking forward to, a tax return we might be behind on or will be having to pay. The list goes on and on. So we have to be able in these moments throughout the day to take a minute or two to step away from the chaos, the disruption, the confusion, the distortion, the energetic disarray around us, which is then causing disruption within our bodies. And if we take a minute or two to ourselves and conscientiously, in that minute or two, somatically take a deep breath in through our noses, scan our bodies, and choose with our free will to release that area, to release that tension, you will have a dramatic turnaround, not only that day, but in the next day, the next week, the next month. And you will be so pleasantly surprised at how a simple somatic technique, simply as breath and release, can start to train and teach our bodies. See, we need to navigate our bodies. It's not the other way around that we are following our bodies and that our bodies rule us. We are the navigator and the captain of our ship. And I will tell my body and teach my body how and where and how to go about processing these energetic shifts throughout the day. If I allow my body to take the lead, I will remain in a continuous state of fight or flight mode. And we need to position ourselves from a position of strength and authority that I will navigate my body and teach it and train it and direct it and command it to where it needs to go, how and when. Because then I'm stepping into my authority. And when I step into my authority, self-healing begins to happen. So, what does this mean in everyday life? I want you to move intentionally, stretch, walk barefoot, glance and notice beautiful flowers around you. When we breathe, breathe with intention. So we take deep breaths in and exhale. So we bring oxygenation to our systems, giving it the signal it is safe. I want us to slowly be mindful, pause during the day, and check in with your body. What have I gone through today? Where can I stop and have a moment for myself to rebalance myself, optimize myself, re-energize myself? Because rest alone is not enough. Your system must feel safe. This is not an option, it is a must. Because once your body gets that message, your energy, your clarity, your hormonal balance, your calm will return normally. It will return naturally without you having to do much anything else. So remember, the secret to ending exhaustion isn't just sleep, isn't going on vacation, isn't just resting and relaxing. It's It isn't just some quiet time to yourself or going shopping. It is that your nervous system feels safety. Your nervous system feels safety. So as you go throughout the week, incorporate the somatic exercise we did. Hand over the heart, hand on the belly. Scan your body. Where's there tightness? Deep breath in through the nose. And as we exhale, consciously release that tension in that specific area of your body. And your system will be so grateful to you for having begun the process of transformation out of survival into thrival mode. So I want to hear from you. Comment below with one practice or one place that allows your nervous system to feel safe and restored. And if you haven't already, go ahead, grab my free 5-day reset down below, From Survival to Thriving. And in this simple guided 5-day reset, it will give you the tools to help you release tension, boost energy, and start thriving if you are not sure where and how to begin. And we are doing this one intentional choice at a time, baby steps at a time. So you can sign up for that at the link in the description. And please don't forget to subscribe to the Thriveology Show for more tools to reclaim your energy, restore balance, and truly thrive every day. And do share it. Share it with other women, because not only are we building a community here, we're starting a movement of giving women the tools, the techniques of taking them out of survival into thrival. And as we said this week, our hot topic was safety. And safety is the way for us to transform our lives, for us to go out of survival mode into thrival. And then ultimately, once we're in safety, when we rest, we will truly reap the rewards of that rest and that relaxation and even that vacation. So I thank you for joining me this week in this episode. And we will be here next week, same time, same place, to get a new golden nugget, a new technique that we can add to our toolboxes. Thank you for joining me. Blessings to you.